Mic test. Check, check. Okay, this is Sean or C. Shawnee from the Golf Club Tour forums. My PS4 handle is Eek Ghost Rider, and my Twitch handle is 11 Bravo Charlie 2. Okay, this video I'm going to be going over controllers, headsets, input, wired, wireless, calibration, some charts, and video to explain how all this works. So, yeah, it's pretty eye-opening. All right, let's rewind. PGA 2019, PS4, wireless, plug in a headset, you would get a faster tempo. Fast forward to 2K21, at launch of the game, a lot of people could not take any club back. It would just twitch and stutter. A fix to that was plug in a headset. After that was patched, they had the same problem with the putter. And as you can see here in the forum, hey, plug in a headset. Now on the HB forums, a new bug came up, a putting bug, where upon the downswing your cursor will drop a little bit, leaving a putt short, but if you have a microphone plugged in, it wouldn't happen. However, with the mic plugged in for this particular person, their regular swing tempo was all over the place, and they had to unplug the headset to get a good tempo. So pretty strange stuff. Excuse me. Now, March of this year, again, putting fixed. However, with the headset, can't swing. Have to unplug the headset. So just showing you guys this stuff. This is not, say it again, this is not tin foil, tin hat territory. This is actually how the game works, for better or worse. If you play wireless and with a headset, that gives you the potential to have the worst tempo possible. Just for your information. Okay. Now this is where it gets pretty mind-boggling, guys. A lot of the top players that are on PS4, now I say PS4 because if you're on Xbox, you cannot do this. So top guys will do PS4, wired, and they will calibrate to the left and the right edges, okay? Now, the benefit of that is you get rounding. So I'm going to click on this spot right here. You see at the top, it's just one click over from 1740. I go over here, I call that 1. 2. 2.25. Oops. I didn't want to click there. 1, 2, 2.25, 2.5. So that's left to right edge is 2.5 distance on this enlarged version of the swing. So that means that your left edge only, right edge only, then 2.5 over, 1, 2. It's a little bit further over, but that's because it doesn't take into account the curve. That was just a straight line. So left to right, 2.5, cannot hit this gray area, cannot hit this gray area. You either get rounded down to perfect or you get rounded up to a right side of the gray fast. So here, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, etc. So that's huge rounding. So to get the rounding effects, you take the distance between your points, dead center, and you either round left or round right. So since this is 2.5, divide that by 2 would be 1.25. So 1.25 divided by 2.5 equals 50% increase in perfect. And that's just on one side, guys. One side. Also 50% increase on this side, because again, here to there is rounded, here to there is rounded. If you calibrate PS4 wired and you do it right, you will only hit left edge, left gray, and right gray, and you get a 100% increase in the total area of your perfect. That is absurdly overpowering. Now, I won't do the math again on a calculator, but I'll just tell you, if you play wireless, wireless usually gets you between 5 to 7 points. Some people get edge, just inside the edge, just inside perfect, perfect, and then 3 points over, or they'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you happen to be playing wireless and you have 7 input points, you only get a 5% increase with rounding here and a 5% increase in rounding here. So you get a 10% total increase compared to 100% with left and right edges. If you have 5 points of contact in here, then you get a 10% increase in rounding and a 10% increase in rounding. So only a 20% compared to 100%. Now, in this video, I am using a version 1 PS4 controller, which is the original PS4 controller. It's like 6 years, 7 years old, however old, whenever the original PS4 came out. And I am using a headset. And that is giving me a right edge only and a dead center only. Only 2 points, right edge and center. However, the rounding still works the same as a left and right calibration. So I can only hit right side of the perfect, or right edge of the gray, or center of the perfect and the very left edge of the gray. So this one is even better than left and right edge because you can hit drivers and woods dead center and only have a tiny little bit that might get you in a slow. But you see I have one swing, perfect. Now I will say I do not use this technique when I play because this old controller is extra sensitive on the analog stick and I have a hard time making straight swings. May not look like it here, but in general this one's a lot tougher. So that was 1. That's 2. Those are good swings though. 3. Hey, I got a perfect. 3 out of 3. 4. Learn to count with Sean. That's 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Now, the people that calibrate to the left and right edges, this is also where they would hit. And then on this side, they would hit over here. For me, it's the same thing, here, here, or right edge and center. Hey, perfect. But yeah, again, if you're using this left and right calibration technique, you are literally increasing your perfect tempo by 100% in size. So in essence, that white tempo bar is really twice the size. You just can't see it. So we hit 12 out of 13 perfects with that technique. That's typically what I average, so 90% plus. Now, my preferred method is wired with a headset, but hitting right edge, center, and left edge. Now, I've got 5 controllers and like 3 or 4 headsets, so I was able to tinker around with my calibration and different combinations to get this. It probably took me like 2 hours to figure this out, so it's just not like a guaranteed work. You have to tinker with stuff. Because normally, with 3 points of contact with wired, I'll get here on the right edge, center, and then right in the middle of the gray. But I found a way to get right edge, center, and left edge. Now, I like that better. You don't have as much rounding effect. You don't get the 100% increase. You only get about a 33% increase in total size, which is still better than wireless either way. But the benefit is if you want to hit grays or reds on purpose for shot shaping or just other techniques, this works a lot better. Because if you want to do grays and reds, you do not want overpowered rounding. Otherwise, you'll get too many shots that will be rounded back to perfect, or too many shots that might be rounded up to the next further red. So 3 points of contact is my preferred because I already have good tempo in the first place. So the left or right edges is just almost too OP, right? But you see that's the left edge, which I could not hit in the previous video that you saw. Are we not going to play? Okay. Now, I'm using the 291 driver. I can get perfects on left and right edge if I hit 100% power or if I just barely hit 101% power. Because in case you guys weren't aware, all 101% powers are not the same. Think of it as a scale, like 101.0 to like 101.99. If I get like a 101.01 to like 101.4, I can get perfect on the edges. But even this, like this slow right here, is only 1 yard less in distance and carry, and 4 yards to the right. That's it, total. If it's on the left, it's the same exact yardage. It doesn't actually give you any if it's a slight fast here, and it's 3.5 yards to the left. Now, should just be using the 295, because even with the 295, if you hit the right edge like this on a slow, it's 4.5 yard push and it's a 3.7 yard pull. So not really a big deal. All right. Hey, but like I said, this controller that I'm using is a newer one. It's like 2 or 3 months old, and the stick is a lot better to get excellent swings compared to the previous video, which was a really, really janky stick. Yeah. Let's go to the spin. Hit the shot. Hit the shot. And then I messed up the swing a little bit, but still okay. Yeah, I don't usually take a lot of practice swings, if any. But for the video, I wanted to demonstrate some practice swings and where I'm hitting on my tempo. Okay, that is that. I'm just showing the next video. Yeah, the tempo and calibration stuff is pretty much over now. We're just watching a couple of holes, show you some stats, and then some other stuff. Now, when I putt, I'll put a link in the video below to one of my past videos. And I only use predominantly one avatar motion, which is a 10-foot motion, which is 28% on 187s, 29% on 163s, 30% on 144s, and I adjust for my distance by moving the putt marker, as you're about to see here. So I'm going to take just a short little stab, a little 10-foot swing, and adjust my putt marker, which I have all mapped out. So my distance control is always really, really good. Because on PC you can't do this. You can do it on PS4 though. So PS4 is overpowered all the way through. Really quick in, here we go. So we did 37% is the magic number. That's what I'm shooting for, by the way. So anywhere between 36 to 38 should be fine. Okay. All right, and 37%, excellent swing. There you go. So one avatar position, move the putt marker. Absurdly accurate distance control. We'll go to one more, shows a little bit more of the tempo here. You can see that's the right edge. Right edge again. Dead center perfect. Right edge again. left edge. Now you can see the left edge still perfect, and I am using the Ben Hogan purples. Now with my calibration, the way I've got it set up, had to tinker again a little bit, guys. You got to do your own experimentation. But for the Hogans and for the purple Wilsons and for the purple P90s, the TaylorMades, I can go to about 78 to 80% backspin and always get a perfect with 101% on the left and right edges. I can go max spin if I get 100% or just barely 101. So I know a lot of people are using the left and right technique and they're using very forgiving clubs. If you do your calibration right, you can use purples and still do the same exact thing and not lose all that distance. So 100% is going to be 1.7 yards short because you lose 1%. It's a 170 yard club. And I believe I dropped my putting notes on the floor to look at my percentage that I had to go to. So let's just let me sit here for a little bit, or watch me sit here for a little bit. Gonna pull the putt marker down, and we're going for 27% as a magic number. Hey, there we go. All right. Good score. This was on the Hoodad. We're looking at the Hoodad right now. This is the last one from the Hoodad. I only had time to play 2 rounds. You can see my round 1 was 16 under actually, and my round 2 was 18 under. Using wired PS4 3 points of contact, left, center, and right. Look at my stats. Someone's going to be like, man, he must have got 100% fairways, 100% greens. Yeah, not at all. Round 1 stats, 73% fairway, 83% green. And this was low winds, round 1. Round 2 was high winds, 13 to 15. 66% fairway, that's it. 83% greens, but 100%, 75%. Absolutely destroyed the putting. Again, which was made possible by using one avatar position and moving the putt marker up and down. So yeah, I probably, if I would have played the last 2 rounds of this Hoodat tournament, I probably could have scored 68 or 70 under total. But my average tournament, bad tournament would be 60 under, good tournament would be 70 under. That's usually my range. But that's it, guys. Hopefully, actually, you know what? That is not it. Let's continue. I will show you one last thing here. And you can go ahead and read this. This is me and Booze. Been talking to him for like a week or so. We got some comments at my Red Fast video that you can see if you want to read it. More stuff here. So yeah, I use PS4 wired. Booze uses PS4 wired. I know we're talking about Crossy here because he made a forum post, and plus he's been posting some really good scores. He's got an excellent swing. He has great calibration for left and right edges. So again, he only hits the left or right edge, no grays in between. Well, left edge, right edge, perfect tempo, and then very far right gray, very far left gray, and nothing in between. So if you want to see how good calibration looks, go look at Crossy. I believe it's 89 on his Twitch. Really good golfer. So I always like that guy. Thumbs up, Crossy. But yeah, so that's some of the discussion. I know Sloaner used to use the wired. I think he went to wireless, but I imagine he might work his way back to wired because, like I already showed, you only get a 10% increase in rounding with wireless, whereas wired increases your perfect tempo by 100%. It really is absurd. Okay, that's all I got. We are finished here.